sport has done studies, and they've estimated that, say, 100% of your force available that you're applying to a target when you're punching, of that, about 60% comes from your forward momentum of your body. As in my whole body moving. Okay. So whole body moving, 60%. As high as, possibly as high as 70. So 70% possibly of your body weight, of your force coming from your body weight. Another 20% comes from your hip turn. And then your last 10% comes from your hand. So if you just do your hand movement, you can see it goes. Whereas if you're moving your whole body, hip, everything, it works. The process is called staged activation. Bigger part of the body moving, smaller part, smallest part. Unrolling like a carpet. That's how you get your power. But a lot of people forget that up to 70% of your momentum, of your force, comes from the forward momentum of your body moving in. And they do things like what do you see the problem with this?
Step forward, then backwards.
Yeah. Often enough, you'll move through, and you finish punching, and then there, all that's left is your arm. You can't divorce a forward step from your punch. They have to be connected to be effective. So that's why this is always going to be much more potent than that. You can see I'm drawing my power back. Okay. How do you move up? You don't move up in cat stance if you can help it. Okay, watch this. 1, 2, 3 in the order in line. I don't break it up, and I slide in. Okay, and I'm moving into Sunshin with the hip tuck, adding more force forward. I'm not pulling my hips back at the last minute. There are exceptions to this. I might do this. That's okay. Because I've already done that main punch. That's a reverse punch. And there's not much difference between that and that. Okay. So you might choose to do that, but you would never do points. Why would you step right up, only to pull your hips back? When you throw with a job, you slide, thrust. You slide, thrust, not almost slide. The exception to this is found in Shingi. Shingi Chuan works in Santi, okay, which is a backward weighted stance, not completely. But if you notice how it works, the punch happens with the front leg. So it's when my momentum is moving forward and then it slides up. So there is your Shingi Bun Chuan. Huh? I'm not doing, I'm doing. And so you can do the same thing in cat stance. I can do this. Because 1, 2. Ready? 1, 2. Ready? 1, 2. So I'm pushing. There. Sliding. Thrust. Up. It's my theory. This happens at the end of most Okinawan kata and wuzu training. It's very common in India and in crane. The crane, southern Chinese crane forms. Why? Because there's no need. You know you could explode. You push. This is all your latent, all your potential energy is being stored. With the hips being thrust. Push it. And of course, when you finish the push, you don't want to end up overextended. So the push does that, and you're up. And that preserves that intact. At the end of every form you might have, and as you push you imagine there's a fast pulse, but the illustrative of the fact that you could push and not only do the extension but end in the same position. There's code, if you like, for that footstep.